Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your favorite series here on YouTube, Guess the ELO. And if it's not your favorite series yet, I don't know what the heck you're waiting for. For those of you that celebrated this past weekend, happy Mother's Day to you and your loved ones. And I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Levy, the lighting looks a little bit different in this episode, and you're right, but it will go back to normal after this intro. Let's just get right into it. Gotham Sub is beginning our video with the move d4. Very good move, obviously. Taking the center. And black responds with c5. Not sure if black is trying to play kind of a reverse Queen's Gambit style, maybe a little bit Banco, maybe Benoni system, or if black just lost the pawn on move one. I mean, we don't know. That's the beautiful thing about Guess the ELO. White responds with knight to f3, not a bad move. Knight c6. Okay, well, clearly random nerd has done some study of the Sicilian defense and thinks that the Sicilian can be played against d4. That is clearly not the case. The Sicilian defense is and forever will be e4 c5. You cannot play d4 c5 and say it's a Sicilian. That's not how it works. Because now you are simply much worse after the very strong and simple move d5. In fact, you are nearly losing because your only move is knight to b8. Or alternatively, you can blunder on move 3 and lose a pawn. And now white is a pawn up after 4 moves. You see, this is not how chess works, okay? This is not how chess works. No, random nerd did not buy the Sicilian course, at least not from me, because I don't offer this. See, that's the thing, what a lot of people don't realize. If you're 12, 1300 and you get into like that chessable marketing video, you're like, oh, the Sicilian course, the Magnus Sicilian, oh boy, I'm gonna buy it. But and then you try to play it against d4, you know? And then this happens, and you know, you spend the money on the course and you're down a pawn on move 5. Ah, the music is showing. Sorry, YouTube. We don't have any music here. It's a well-kept secret. So, knight to f6. e4, great move. Take as much of the center as you can. I like bishop b5 check to trade the bishops. Okay, that's a very exotic way of playing a4, but I don't really hate it. e5. Okay, now, did white play en passant? Good. I mean, it's actually, in this case, probably a good move. Just because it maintains your queen in the center. Bishop g5 is good. Well, white is playing very well. Okay, white is a fancy player. Like, you see white played a4 instead of just taking the bishop. White did a danger levels thing here. Bishop takes knight, like, you know, both queens hanging. Oh, did white play queen to d5? That's crazy. White is playing really well. Now, if white is super fancy, white plays queen e6 check here. Okay. Okay. Queen trade, knight d5. Okay, so white is completely winning. Even though white is only a pawn up, white's knight dominates the bishop. And that is because this is an outpost square. It's a square in your opponent's territory that you dominate. They cannot attack with anything worth less than a knight, such as a pawn. And now knight to b6 check. They guarded the pawn, but they forgot about... Yep. Guard it. Very good. Take it. Very good. Now rook in the center. Rook down. Rook d7. Yo, what is this? Like, what is this? Like, white is just like playing a perfect game. It's mate. I'm sorry, how... What was that? That was crazy. Thank you, Pamplemousse, for the 4 months. I learned that my favorite LaCroix, whatever, the sparkly drink, fizzy drink. My favorite flavor was Pamplemousse, and that's just a very funny. 1800? I mean, white played exceptionally well. I would not be shocked if white is over 1500. Did white do anything complex? For example, this is a big giveaway because you've just played bishop g5, so you take on f6 to kind of flex that you've seen the Gothamchess video about danger levels, even though it's just not a very good move. Like you don't need to give away the bishop for the knight for no reason. So queen back is probably just even better, because this knight is not worth this bishop, but... Now, black really just got started on the wrong foot, trying to play their system and then just got blown off the board. Like, black didn't even do anything that terrible. Black just got murdered, which, you know, happens. Sometimes you wake up and sometimes you get murdered, and that's just life. Man, I really don't know. This is a really good one to start off on. I'm gonna say 1250 to 1350. That's what I'm gonna say. Actually, wait a minute. 1250. I don't think. This is another one of those really tough ones where white gets an opening advantage but then plays really well, but black makes an opening blunder and also plays well but gets killed. No, it's definitely not higher. Black did not play well enough. You know what I mean? Oh, this is so tough. No 1250 plays Sicilian against e4. It's terrible logic. A lot of people play the Sicilian. Well, this is not the Sicilian. This is, you know, I'm going to say 1250. Here we go. Let's make some content, ladies and gentlemen. We can't spend all day on this one. 1250. 1055, even lower. Thank you for the sub gifts. Thank you for the donation, by the way. Wow. 1050, even lower. 1050. Well played. That was well played. You played a damn good game. That was a good game. See, that should be motivational for anybody struggling. You know what I mean? I thought 1250 because any higher does not do that. First of all, anybody higher than 1200 just takes this pawn. In general, in the beginning of the game, if you are playing with black, you should like make this central pawn swap. With white, not always, because they want to deflect you off the center. With black, like you should take here. I mean, if not, then at least take the center. But stop making moves with the knight into the middle where you can be attacked with a pawn. This is a big mistake a lot of people make. And then you don't have the ego to go back. So you'll do something like this and get your knight trapped, or this and lose a pawn. Like, this is already completely lost for black, because white just gets dominant central control. Like, unbreakable central control, and white is just better for the rest of the game. So, anyway, yeah. Lesson learned. Cool. That was cool. All right. You can't see black's rating. I mean, black is random nerd, but... Okay, let me try to pull that down a little bit. Well, white was 1050. Okay, hopefully that fixes it. All right, back to main. Music is a little bit loud. I got you. I'll lower it a little bit. Okay, game number 2. Gotham sub has black in this game. E3. All right, very scary move. So E3 is the slow roll. You know, E3 is the slow roll. And now what's interesting is that you could play black. You could play E4. And now it's E4, E5. Now it's E4, E5. And basically white is playing black. And I mean, left is right and up is down. But okay, white plays knight C3. I suppose looking for a Vienna of some form. Okay, I mean, they say take the center. I suppose F5 is not an awful move. Obviously, Queen H5 is just met with G6. This check is not scary as long as you can block it. Defend your pawn. Okay, see, and this is different because here, even though you can play E4, like I go here, and this is hanging, so this is a very different example of attacking knight in the center. Okay, what is that? What is that? What is this? What is that? Like, why do people think that just one horse can attack a full castle? Like, you know, in the realm of time, right? Whenever one civilization and another went to war over religion or corn, or because one king's nephew, had an affair with the other, with the other's daughter or something, like, you never try to destroy an entire castle with one horse. Never. That's not how this works. You need the little dudes to come chip away, throw some rocks. The horse is not going to break down a wall. I mean, this is just not how, it's just not how it works. Good, you attack it. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, this is an example of danger levels that absolutely doesn't work. This is why y'all gotta stop giving these random checks. Okay, because these random checks get met with this move, and now rather than losing the horse, you also lose the pointed hat. I mean, this is, come on. This is, yeah, the Trojan horse is like one example, and it was filled with people, so wrong example. I'm talking about one horse that isn't a fake horse that's not filled with people. Anyway, well, this is just bad. This is just not good. I mean, it would have been far better for white to just put another pawn in the center. Now white is just down a piece immediately. Okay. See, I'm just going to say something real quick. People like who play like this are the people that tag me on Twitter and say things like, I watch his videos and I learn nothing. He's not a good instructor. I much rather learn from Danny King, Power Play Chess, or King's Crusher, or John Bartholomew. But like, I don't teach people to do stuff like this. And just because you watch my videos and then play like this, that's a you problem. That's not my problem. I never taught you to do that. In fact, I teach you to do the opposite in all of my videos. C6, bishop c4, takes. Anyway, that's just me trying to, venting a little bit, okay? B3. Now, what black needs to do, get the knights out, develop the bishop and castle. Don't even think. Like, pre-move these moves. This is not a bad move, but the problem is, look, what your pawns are doing here are repelling the knight. They're repelling the knight, they're repelling the bishop, they're not letting them go forward. When you do this, immediately the knight jumps in, and none of your pawns can do anything about it, and you've created that little, right, see? So now what I would do is I would play knight to c6, for example. I would try to trade the knight. I would try to get rid of it. Okay. Oh gosh, that is very brave. See, are you going to put the bishop there? Oh my god, black's not putting the bishop there. Okay, the legendary quadruple stack. This is like a hydraulic press. Okay, queen a5 check is not a bad move. Rotate to the middle, and now you feast. Now the queen is like Pac-Woman. Nice. Not, okay, you don't feast. See, and white is just too trade happy. Like, white is just trying to trade pieces. This is actually funny. I have no clue what the elo of this game is. I'm thinking like 600-700. Like, white is just trading. But why? You've just left me, like, all your pieces are back here. So white went in with one horse and then proceeded to kill off all of his soldiers. Oh, en passant, right? Listen, I know I tell you guys to stop en passanting, like, just to do it, but in that case, it would have been a good move. How are you gonna not do this? What, you watched my video and I said not to do it? I said not to do it if you have something better. En passant declined. Okay. G3. Yeah, so now this and this see down that way, but of course we make the simpler capture, which is this. I am willing to bet serious money that white just blunders this anyway. I guarantee white is gonna block. Like, I would bet, I don't know. You know what? I don't know. This is guess the elo. Okay, take the rook. How did you make it there? Just 2 more squares. Oh, what is this? How did you... 2 more squares? It's right there. That's crazy. Because if you're like 700, you're obviously clicking the pieces. No, that's not a mouse slip. This is a very deliberate attempt to defend the pawn. Like, let's be serious. No, it's not a slip. No, it's not a slip. Obviously, oh my god. And now the rook moves. Yeah, that's why they played bishop, because they're trying to defend the pawn. Oh my god. Oh, take it! Oh! Yeah, this has to be 600 or 700, like the blind spot of the pawn capture. Okay. Nice. And now, for the beginners watching, the easiest thing to do, castle, put a rook in the middle, and just make a queen, and it's easy mate. Just push the pawn. Okay. Oh, okay. I don't know why this move was so necessary. This was such a necessary move. You know, what were you afraid of, losing the h7 pawn while you're going to get a queen and have a 22-point material advantage? Okay. I'm going to say like 600-700. That's been my instinct the whole game. And basically the way 600 and 700 chess works is that you can beat 600 and 700, you can lose to 600 and 700, sometimes you can beat up, sometimes you can lose down. It's a lot of variance. Sometimes the 600 or 700 might even be higher rated, but play moves like knight d5 and bishop, like, what is this? What is this? You just cannot play like this. You cannot wander in with pieces against the fully locked and loaded setup. And always be on the lookout if you can be attacked. That's the thing. You always, even this move can just be attacked. And what was white gonna do when this happened? Just go back, right? Like, white was, I mean, when you make a move, you need to go, can they attack me? Yeah. And what are you gonna do when you get attacked? Just, okay. So, yeah, I'll say like 600. That's what I think. Let's go take a look. I was 100% right. White is 699 and black is 679. I mean, I just knew. This just smelled of a game between two people who occasionally create something beautiful and occasionally spill all the food all over the table and the floor. And that's just, I think that if they keep with it, I think, wow, that, by the way, can we just give some props to Justin4323 here? This guy's got like an absolutely like beautiful profile picture. Like, Justin, you got the band-aid there. You looking nice. Listen, both of you are going to be good chess players. Okay? Both of you are going to be good. Just stop coming in with your horse and bishop unattended. All right? Stop. Stop it. Stop. There's enough with this nonsense. All right? That was good. That was smooth sailing. Black played well, defended his honor. And, yeah, no, that guy's not that definitely wasn't a random nerd. All right, game number 3. E4. Yeah, a lot of people ask me about this. They're like, Levy, I have your Vienna course. You don't have much in there about moves like d6. Well, right, because you can't go gambit because there's no knight on f6. So you just play bishop c4, d3, and f4. Let's see if white was a good student of my course. Look at that. Look at that. That's it. Oh, beautiful. I mean, absolutely beautiful. But beautiful. This is what happens when students listen. Okay, take it. Beautiful. Knight f3. Oh, yes. Castle. Oh. I mean, this is an example of a person who invested money in my course, whether it was on sale, full price, or they even tipped me because it was so nice. And let's see now how to learn after you have paid for the content. Okay, no, absolutely not. d4 is actually not a bad move, but the general game plan here is really, like, I would much rather you try to create an attack. But d4 is not a blunder. In fact, the computer, thinks it's the best move. That is called necking, and I deserve it. d4. I still don't like it very much because it's only a good move because there's some stuff in the future, and I don't think that stuff is going to be addressed. Okay. Yeah, see, now you need to move the right pawn. Which pawn should you move? See, this is why d4 is good. It's not because of d5, which was played in the game. d5 gives away all advantage. e5. You need to open the bishop to the king. That's why d4 is a good move. Because you need to play e5. Which is why, a while back, when I said d4 is wrong, it's because I knew that a few moves later, white would not play the right plan. That's the way chess works. You have a move, which is only good because 2 moves later, you have a move based on that move. And if you play the wrong move based on that move was bad. Right? That's simple. So d5 is not right. Because now black just goes here and trades for your bishop. But still, white is doing very, very okay. a3. Okay. It's actually funny. If you had gone here, then this knight is like almost trapped. But you allowed the trade. Okay, you made a little pawn wall. Very nice. And now, again, begin the transfer of pieces. You lock the center. You lock the center. And then, or queen d2. Queen d2 and sack. Queen d2 and sack. Yo, my guy has an obsession with playing this move. He played the move d4 a few moves ago with another pawn. Now he plays the move d4 with this pawn. e5. Yes, yeah. Oh my god, what is that? What is queen to b8? Like, my guy just did not know what to play. Queen b8 is probably like completely winning for white now. I mean, that move just doesn't begin. What is the idea of that move? No, but like, what is is it to go here? Is it to put, what is the, pawn takes. Isn't the knight trapped? Oh, it's not. If and only if you find check, and then you try to get into f2. Wow, look at this. Queen b6, knight d4, bishop c5, knight e2, rook e8, because after takes, too many pins. Yeah, none of that happens. Black just hangs a knight in one move. Yeah, black just hangs a knight in one move. None of that happened. Yeah, exactly. That's why he played Queen B8, Gotham. Queen B8 was actually designed primarily against the opening of the middle of the board, because there's going to be Queen to B6 with the infiltration idea to support the knight. This is actually a perfect example of danger levels, right? The knight is hanging, so you attack the king, enabling the move knight to F2. Like, that actually is exactly how you're supposed to do danger levels. Not like this. Not like this. D6, please don't take. Please don't take. Oh, yes. Push. I would take with the bishop so that my knight can defend H7 at the end. Normally, it's better to... Good. Okay. Now you can take to open the position. Check. Look at that. They use danger levels. Oh, I'm so proud. Oh, I'm so proud. It's the same square. E3, E6, except he... That is so crazy. That is the same exact tactical pattern. Look at that. That's nuts. Check and defending E3, F2, and a few moves later... White gives a check to go into the same square. Yo, that's cool. I like that. Okay, move the king. Give a check. Push the pawn. Okay, repeating moves. Don't make a draw. Okay, dude, bring a rook. Like, your queen can't do damage by herself. Okay, wrong piece. Mate in 1. Wow, what a game. What a game. That was a good game. And that right there is why you would buy the Vienna course. That game right there is why you would buy the E4 course. That was a great game. I think White played over 90% in that game. Thank you. My allergies. Oh, wow. So, man, what is White's rating? I have a few moves to base it off of. Well, Black playing very passively in the opening makes me think like, oh, man, I don't know. That's crazy. White could have had a really good game as like a 900. You know, because White did play a little scatterbrained, and like it was a little bit simple, but White could also have been like 1800. It was a very clean game. Oh, but this move, right? This is a big problem. Queen B8 is a very strange move. But the thing is Queen B8 a move of a beginner or a move of an intermediate player thinking that they're being enlightened? You know? Is it like a 1400 saying, well, I'm going to play Queen to B8 because, you know, I've seen a Kasparov game where, you know, he mobilizes, you know, his diagonal on B6 and, you know, activates, I don't know, maybe he saw, you know, like what, yeah, wow. I'm gonna make a bold prediction, okay? I'm going to make a bold prediction. I think White is like 1200 or less. And I'm only doing that because my camera goes out of focus sometimes. It's because the light is not on. I'm only doing that because I actually think White played really well. But I just want to see if it's like a 900, okay? If it's just like a 900. I'm going to say like 1300. 12 to 1300. I was going to say 1100, but White played way too controlled of a game. It's probably higher than that. But you know what? That's the beauty of Guess the Elo. Here we go. 1,000. I was right. Oh my god, I was right. Oh my god, I was right. I should have stuck to my gut. Oh my god, I knew it. I shouldn't have swapped at the last second. I had a feeling. Oh, but I switched it. Damn, and he's British. Well, his opponent's not British, but his opponent is Australian, so, you know, he was like, yeah. Oh, I didn't know what to do, you know, because I said, crikey, I'm going to play Queen to B8, and we'll see what happens on the diagonal. I can't really do an Australian accent, but I can say crikey because, you know, every Australian has to say that word 3 times a day, right? There's crikey. Wow. That was good. That was good. That was good. Oh boy. I can't do a British accent either. I do British. So how about that? Yeah. Main. Back. Okay. Game number 4. This is an exciting episode. E4. C5. Oh, Gotham sub is black. Okay. Oh, this is the stuff I hate. I hate this. This is like, no one knows what to do here in the Sicilian defense, so they just play like, whatever. They just play this stupid close stuff. Alright. Alright. Everyone's developing. Very good. Oh boy. That guy didn't... Okay. Okay. Oh, wow. We are so committed to pushing pawns, we don't even realize that the guy just hung a knight and a rook in one move. Pog. See? Well, he's doing it, so I'm gonna copy. Doesn't even take the knight and the rook. Pog. Oh, the knight is still... Oh, we saw it. Very good. Very good. Take the rook. Very good. What was... Why didn't he take the bishop? Now you lost the knight and a rook for nothing. Okay. Alright, okay. Yep, simplify. Very good. Very good. Nice. Good simplification. Take everything. Nice. Queen trade. Rook. Oh, beautiful move. Uh-oh, don't get... What are you doing? Hey, man. What are you... Good. Queen... Okay. Defend it. E5. Don't even think. Just defend it. Okay, or... Oh, the game's gonna end with Queen F2 and... Yeah. Alright, Gotham sub, I'm not gonna lie to you, buddy. This wasn't much of a game. This game took me like 2 minutes to go through. You guys developed your pieces, your opponent hung 2 pieces, you traded everything, you won. Definitely the game, you know, at least if people on YouTube made it like 25 minutes into this video, because I think we're pretty far into this video now, they'll be slightly disappointed, but this is okay. This is the game that they could, you know, go to the other tab, write an email, eat a snack. Danish Donut says, I was never picked. I'm so mad. You'll be in the next video, I promise. I'm sorry I wronged you, Danish Donuts. You're not gonna make it in this video, but you'll make it in the next video. I got no idea. All I can base this off of is white blundering 2 pieces and not taking back. Saying, you know what? My coach told me that I should castle before I move my queen. You know, I could stall for time here for more ad revenue on YouTube, but at the same time, this game wasn't too, you know, there was not too much content in this game. Black played well, and white probably should not have clicked the button to start the game, you know? Woo! What do you guys think? I think, like 900? 800-900 probably? Maybe slightly lower, 800-900. I don't think it's 500. Black played way too well for that. All right, here we go. 800-900. White is 1180. What? White is 1180, bro. My dude spent 2 seconds on castle. All right, I don't even want to look at this anymore. I'm sorry. No disrespect to Gotham sub. Your opponent was officially so bad. That was ridiculous. Yo, let that be a life lesson. That guy was 1180 in rapid. If any of you are struggling on the rating ladder, that game is motivation that you too can be 1180. Okay? And Gotham sub, you just did the right thing. You took the win, and, uh-oh. Wait a second. Oh, I didn't even put... Okay, wait a second. This is Gotham sub random nerd. All right. You worked your butt off to get to 1180? Yeah, well, that game is just motivation that, yeah, I'm not even, no. E4, here we go. E4. D6. Okay, so here's an example of one guy that has, like, prospects in life and wants to accomplish nice things, and there's a guy that just absolutely hates their bishops. Absolutely hates their bishops. Just absolutely, just no respect at all. What is that? Bro, why? So, fun fact, this knight should just be kicked out with b4. Because the knight now has to go back. And now what you can do is just develop. Take space, defend your pawns, make sure all your pawns are guarded, and you're fine. Like, for example, here the best move is not to push or take, it's just to go a3, so that the knight cannot really come back. Okay? Bishop g5, bishop e7, take, bishop e2. But see, now black's position is actually kind of justified, and black is going to... You gotta play b4. Good. You do not need to play that move. That's just a pawn blunder. Okay. All right. Guy didn't take your pawn. Very good. Nice. A4, A5. Okay. B5. Listen to me. Listen to me right now. If you play B takes A5, we're done recording. Like, you better have pushed your pawn here. If you take the pawn, the video's over. Good. Good. Cause you gotta keep the boys together here. All right, you gotta keep them together. All right, there you go. Knight d5 or girls. I don't know what gender you consider your pawns. Takes. All right, this is really good because now this is a very important pawn break because what this will do is it will sacrifice a pawn but give you what's known as a protected pass pawn. And then you can play moves like rook c1, bishop b5, bishop a6, queen b3. This pawn is nothing. It's a nobody, all right? And you can push your pawn through. Of course, that's a hard move to know, and you just blundered a central pawn fork. Oh, but you got lucky, you can back up, and if they take you, you take their bishop. Okay, still them taking you is very good, because then they can play queen g5, knight h4, fg. Of course, your opponent was like, well, I don't want to lose my bishop. So they did this and voluntarily doubled their pawns. And now a pawn break would give you 2 connected pass pawns. Either of these pushes would give you something good, right? Someone said black is winning. It's +5. So that's definitely not accurate. Oh, very nice. Trade the queen. Or that. That's good too. Take the pawn. Yes. Take the bishop. And now... push these fools. This is a nice game. This is a nice game in taking space. Trade the queen. Push the pawn. Push the other pawn. You push the wrong pawn. You should push this one first. It's fine. Bro! Bro! Okay, fine. Nice. I'll give you the Batman Joker clap. Very good. That was good. That was well played. That was good. That was good. That was solid game. Very good. Solid game. Wow, now I have to guess your rating, huh? This weird stuff in the opening smells of intermediate players thinking that they're good at chess and like mixing stuff up in the opening on purpose. Oh man, I don't know. There was some weird stuff in this game for sure. Some weird trades, some weird, like knight e5 is a horrible trade. This is a death trade for black. I want to say between 1,000 and 1,100. It just... But white can easily be like 1,500. But you know what? You know what? White not seeing this is also a big giveaway. Like, white playing h3 and then like rook c1. Like, I don't know. Man, 1,400? Really? Could it be 1,400? Even higher? I just somehow... Seeing that, man, that's... Yeah, I'm gonna say like 11 to 1,200. Here we go. Maybe 1,000. Maybe 1,000. 1,100. 1,103. Read it and weep. Read it and weep. I could smell him. I'm like the dog at the airport, you know, who's supposed to smell cocaine. I could smell it on him. My fat nose, you know. I could sniff it on him. You 1,100. I could smell it. Oh, so good. So good. I love Guess the Elo. I love Guess the Elo. I love it. I love it. Don't you love it? I love it. Best series.